we're almost all set after Hurricane Isaac.
Today's Labor Day, the 3rd of September, 2012. Just 3 months and 9 days before December 12th, the end of the world. Anyway, this is a mere 3 or 4 days after the patio was littered with all manner of tree debris, covered, and you couldn't get your way through it, and it was all immaculate save for one little pile. And there's a cat. I hear sweeping. Oh, what are you doing?
Why are you saying it like that?
I want to put a little drama in the video, that's
okay,
why.
drama queen. Well, as you can see, I got a good start sweeping up the back patio on the sidewalk. You know, it's a few days after the end of Hurricane Isaac now, and we've got just about everything back except our air conditioning system took a hit. So in a couple of days we expect a technician to come out. But that's why we got the windows open and the ceiling fans are going. But we have everything else. We've got, you know, electricity, plumbing, the internet. And so anyway, I've been doing a little, you know, post-hurricane maintenance. You and I swept up all the debris. And so, you know, it's a few days later now, and I'm just doing some of the more detail-oriented work. You know, this is my bottle garden with, I believe, 582 bottles to here.
Aristotle use a salt is bottle.
And I'm basically I'm raking a lot of the debris off, and the debris, as we call it, it's these leaves and twigs, and we use it as a mulch.
Mm-hmm. And I go over it with a kitchen broom, and that. Mm-hmm.
And this cleans it up pretty nice. And what that does is that gives me space for the recycling bin. And we have the trash bin out on the curb.
Oh, yes.
And after they pick up the trash, I'll bring that back and put it here in the corner. So
yes,
you know, we'll have trash and we got recyclables.
Well, they haven't picked up the trash this morning.
I think
it's a holiday.
Yeah, I think they'll pick up the trash tomorrow.
Or Thursday. They'll pick up the recycles tomorrow for sure.
So
sweep, sweep, sweep.
Yeah. So, you know, I finished putting the last of these bottles in the ground a couple of months ago. Maybe more than a couple of months ago. What is this? Today? Oh, today's Labor Day, so this is the beginning of September. Today's September 3rd.
Yeah.
And I think I finished this sometime in April, so that was a few months ago. And in the meantime, we have acquired more bottles, haven't we? And if you want a shot of the bottles under the house, I'm going to point to them with my broom handle. We have ales, like dark brown nut ales. We liked drinking that for a while. Plus, we got a lot of these little Gordon gin bottles because we like gin and tonics.
It's more over there.
But this is basically about 4 months worth of bottles that you and I have purchased. And Basically, we'll probably ease off the alcohol, even though, well, the alcohol between what we're two grown adults, and we have about two and a half gin and tonics each. When we buy gin and tonic,
Yeah,
and
when
we don't have it every evening. We have it like 2 or 3 evenings a week. So it works out to about 2 to 3 gin bottles per week, and occasionally 1 or 2 nut brown ale bottles.
Yeah.
And when we buy the nut brown ale, it's such a heavy, drink. It's a heavy nutrition, kind of nutritious, but almost a meaty drink that we can split one bottle.
Mm-hmm.
We just pour it into 2 glasses, and that's enough for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So this is starting to clean up. And as you can see, once I have the bottles in the ground, they're relatively low maintenance.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I might, when the weather's nice, I might come out here and, and actually clean the sand and debris out of the bottle bottoms. But it's just too hot.
Too hot
today. Today to do this. Because September is a very hot month here in New Orleans. We don't start to see the cooler weather till like late October.
Yeah,
And even then,
for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
and
last Halloween, last Halloween we were giving out candy here at the front door, and everybody was saying, "Boy, I remember when Halloween used to be cool."
Well, it may be cool this year.
Yeah.
We may have terrible snows this year. They're
Oh.
predicting really cold weather for the CONUS, continental United States.
Oh, I'll believe that. I'll believe that when I see it here in New Orleans. I think we're going to have pretty typical weather here.
Okay. Can I shut this down now or no?
Yes, yeah. The only thing I have left to do is I'm just going to sweep this over into the mulch pile, and I've got just a few weeds to pull. But other than that, I'm almost done.
Oh.
Okay, I'll talk to you later, Eddie.
Okay. Well, he's finishing up. Sweeping.
Hi,
Hello.
Eddie. Hi.
What's all that?
It's a little cooler now than it was about an hour ago when I got about halfway out here about an hour ago, and I had to stop because it was the middle of the afternoon. It was really hot. But now it's getting a little cooler. So basically, I'm clearing as much off of the brick patio as I can because I want it to dry out. Otherwise we get mold growing on it. And at some point I'll probably have to come out here with the spray pump and sprayer with a mix of bleach and water and just spray it down with some bleach water to
I guess that could be done tomorrow.
Yeah, or basically anytime.
It's
this
all
week.
musty.
Yeah.
The bricks are still moist, I guess, because the
You
ground
can feel
is
the
still
moisture in your
moist.
feet.
It's saturated with water.
Yeah, well, that's what we get from a hurricane.
Yeah.
Even a Category 1 hurricane, we get the ground saturated for days afterward.
Yes.
Okay, so I've been working now. 2 or 3 days ago, you and I were out here with the rake and the rough broom. I'm using a kitchen broom today, but the other day we were using a rough, an old rough broom that could take some abuse, and we were really clearing away all the debris from the hurricane, from Hurricane Isaac. But today, I'm just sweeping away the usual kind of debris that we get on the patio. And I'm usually out here about twice a month. Maybe once every couple of weeks I'm out here, sweeping the patio and keeping it clean. Mainly because we kind of live in a small grove of oak trees here behind all where all the houses' backyards come together. There's a lot of these trees that grew up as weed trees.
A miniature forest.
Yeah. So, and I love it because it gives us this tree canopy cover, and it protects us from the sun a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna trade tools Oh, there. I'm going to use the rake for a minute. I'm just going to rake this. The most. This isn't as hard as it looks, but the most labor-intensive part of this, especially after a storm, we get a lot of these acorns get downed, and they like to wedge themselves between the bricks, and I have to try to pull as many out as I can. Otherwise, you know, they'll take seed and they'll start growing in there. Of course, you know, a few do anyway, and by the time they become little shoots, I can pull them up and I throw this kind of debris and any little weed shoots I pull up. I throw it under the plants that you have planted on either side of the garden, and so that helps to act as a mulch, and it also, you know, we've got basically decomposing natural debris underneath all these plants that you planted. These beautiful gingers, basically you planted several years ago, and now they've grown up to form almost like a fence, a natural fence. Yeah, the Hurricane Isaac kind of smashed them down and out, so I'm going to have to come out here with a little bit of garden string and tie some of them back to the chain link fences that are behind them. But other than that, this looks pretty good. We're almost at a point where this patio is nice and clean. And when I get back here, I'm basically just going to transfer all this into our compost pile, which is this big loose pile in the back. Probably you're in bare feet today, so if you were to walk any further, you'd be stepping on all these twigs and rubble, and it's not too comfortable.
Oh, Mr. Twig.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this big pile and I'm just going to transfer it over here, and then I'll come back with the broom and clean this up. Okay. There we go. Just like that.
Okay, can I interrupt this for now?
Sure.
Well, it looks like Andrew is finished. Done?
Yep. All the way back.
All the way?
Yeah, I swept everything basically back into the mulch piles. It's all done. That's it. And that's good enough for me.
Okay.
I'm heading back inside.